Blackholm Lane, home of Keighley Rugby League Football Club, Yorkshire club. And today, the visitors, Warrington. Warrington is scare the crowd just coming onto the park. I'll give you the Keighley team. Number 1, Jeff Butterfield. Number 2, Tony James. Number 3, Carlton Farrell. Number 4, Jason Donnelly. Number 5, Julian Thompson. Number 6, Keith Dixon. Number 7, Paul Moses. Number 8, Greg Illey. Number 9, Aidan Kelly. Number 10, Roy Priestley. Number 11, Mark Fairbank. Number 12, Aaron Palelli. And number 13, Andy Gascoigne. Subs for Keighley, 14, Paul Bargett, and 15, Kevin Rose. The Warrington team at number 1, David Lyon. Number 2, Desi Drummond. Number 3, Alan Bateman. Number 4, Chrissy Rudd. Number 5, Mark Foster. Number 6, Chris O'Sullivan. Number 7, Kevin Ellis. Number 8, Gary Chambers. Number 9, Dwayne Mann. Number 10, Phil Sumner. Number 11, Gary Mercer. Number 12, Neil Harmon. And number 13, Paul Cullen. Subs for Warrington at number 14, Tony Farnley. And 15, Tony Burke. Just one change in the Warrington team that went to Rydale York last week and won 8-1. And that's Chrissy Rudd coming in at number 4 for Tony Farnley, who's at number 14 today. Play was in 1989. 88-89 season when Keighley come to Witherspool and Warrington were convincing winners on the day, 56-7. That day Steve Roach played his last match for the club, and would you believe it, he scored the only try for the club in the dying minutes of that game. So Tony Fisher, the coach of this Keighley team this afternoon, this will be a different proposition than the team that come Witherspool 2 seasons ago, and Warrington will have to play to the best to go through to the 3rd round. So, the 2nd round of the Challenge Cup, the road to Wembley. We start off again as Chris O'Sullivan gives it deep. Knock on. Well, that's a bad mistake for Keighley. First kick. So, bad mistake by the full-back, but he's not going to let it worry him, and it gives Warrington an head and ball just 10 yards from the Keighley line. Ellis gets it in and gets it out. Offside. 3 Keighley players there, caught offside, and Mr. Gilmore was quick to spot it. So, can't go for goal, remember, it's in a differential, and Dwayne Mann just puts it into touch. So Warrington now, first attacking position, 20 yards out. Early scorer, do him the world of good. Set move on here, and it's O'Sullivan, but Keighley don't fall for it, and he's tackled 2 Keighley forwards, the number 8 and number 10. Ellis gives it inside to Harmon. Mercer playing again in the 2nd row today, along with Neil Harmon, who's moved up to Gary Chambers. Good to see him back in the team. He comes in at prop, and Neil Harmon goes into the 2nd row. So Ellis, O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan's got Bateman. Bateman's got Lyon linking up, but Foster, well read. He's still going. Just tackled. Inches short now. So Warrington now. Knock on again. Alan Bateman rushing to get the ball fanned out, knocked on, but poor tackling initially by Keighley, and it looked like Mark Foster was going to go. Ellis offside at the scrum, so a penalty apiece, and we've only played a minute. So Keighley now, their kicker is Moses, Keith Dixon. He was the kicker when it played in the team at Warrington in 89. So Keighley restart. Big number 8. Greg Keighley, but he's tackled. Again now, Keighley using the big forwards. This time it's number 10, Roy Priestley, but Warrington's covers there, and he's brought down. Neil Harmon not liking that. So, Keighley now, midway in their own half. Goes out along the line, Moses, little scrum half. He also played at Warrington 2 years ago. So, Keighley finding it hard to come away. This time number 11 comes forward, Mark Fairbank. The famous Fairbank family, 6 brothers, all playing at different clubs round Yorkshire. So, here's Moses, along the line to Dixon. Dixon, good play by Dixon. He unloads it to Moses. Moses gets it out to Big Palelli. Good play by Aaron Palelli. Good run, good football. So, Warrington know now what Keighley can do. Last tackle. Watch for the kick from Dixon. Clever kick. So, Mark Foster does the sensible thing. So, David Lyon will have to come away with this. So, this is where Keighley want to play the game in the Warrington 25. So, Foster, he comes forward. So Warrington reorganising now. The forwards now got some work to do here now to get the play back downfield. Gary Chambers, good running, but the tackling's there. Healy and Andy Gascoigne, the ex-Hull player. Remember Gascoigne used to play at scrum half for Hull, now playing at loose forward for Keighley, and he'll be the playmaker in the team. O'Sullivan gets his kick away. Full-back's there, and also the winger. So Butterfield and James, but Butterfield picks it up. This good running by Butterfield, and Drummond brings him down with the assistance of man. So back in the Keighley half. Big lid against it. He's seen a Warrington player in the line. So Keighley, 2 tackles to go. What can they do with this? Here's Moses. Moses looking to give it to Dixon. Gives it to Dixon. Dixon's tackle though. Last tackle, says the referee. So Keighley will have to kick just outside their own 25. So Moses gets his kick off, but there's David Lyon, safe as normal, David Lyon, and he comes forward and he's tackled just inside the Keighley half. So Warrington now in possession. Kevin Ellis switching it. Cullen, O'Sullivan, bit of a gap over here, but Phil Sumner has to take the tackle. So Warrington again, and Keighley play it on. Aaron Palelli, good running by this big Kiwi. This is the man Warrington's got to watch. He takes some bringing down. So, switching it now. Gascoigne gets a good pass out. Warrington out and umbered, but a good tackle by Rudd. Chrissy Rudd. So, Warrington now. Keighley playing good stuff here. As Carlton Ferrell has a run. So, Warrington know this team can turn it on if they want here. Here's Moses. No, it's Gascoigne this time, the loose forward, and he's brought down just outside the Warrington 25. Again. Riley, no way through, and it's still on, play on, as Gascoigne picks it up, gets it out to his centre, and Warrington is still going. And he's dragged down, Moses brought down. So Keighley now just 20 yards out, watch for a drop goal. But poor attempt, and the ball runs harmlessly into dead, so it'll be a Warrington 25 tap. Well, one thing about this Keighley team, they're not coming here to be hammered. They're going to play football and they want a result, as Gary Mercer comes through strong. And again, Moses goes in with a punch. The referee missed that one. So Dwayne Mann acting half-back. Gary no, he goes on his own. Good play by Dwayne Mann, but again he has to die with the ball. So just outside the in the Warrington half now, as Warrington now. O'Sullivan, Cullen gets a good pass, but good tackling again. Aidan Kelly in with a tackle along with Dixon. Cullen, good running. Armin, still going, good play by Armin. Switching it now, good switch of play. Referees let it go. No, crossing, he was a bit slow there, the referee, because I think Kelly's crossed earlier. But he let it go, but then he had another look and he decided it was crossing. So Keighley get a penalty. Just 5 yards inside the Warrington half of the field. Good play though there by Warrington. Armand slipped a lovely pass out to O'Sullivan. They changed direction. They had numbers on the far side. But luckily for Warrington, Ellis was shepherded. And so the penalty goes to Keighley. Good kick by Dixon. So Keighley now, 25 yards out. Fairbank. Nope. It's Greg Eiley this time, the big number 8, big forward Keighley using here. Here's the other big prop forward. This time Priestley, number 10, but Warrington's tackling holes out. Just 5 yards inside Warrington's 25, and Keighley looking good. So, along the line, here's Gascoigne. Gascoigne trying to sell a dummy. Gets a good pass. Good pass out to Matt Fairbank. And Warrington get the ball. Well, good lucky escape for Warrington, and Kevin Ellis as normal, quick as a wizard on them loose balls. Paul Cullen does the sensible thing, gets organised and comes away acting half-bank. Gary Chambers now, he's a workhorse, but he's tackled. Priestley in with a tackle this time, number 10. So, man, Phil Sumner goes through a lot of work as well, Phil Sumner, and he makes it just outside the Warrington 25. Warrington finding it hard going against this resolute Keighley defence. Neil Armin. That was man of the match for my money at York last week, but the Silk Cut decided otherwise. So, O'Sullivan, there's the kick away, but the full-back well positioned and takes it very well. Jeff Butterfield. He did go on his own, but there's O'Sullivan backing his kick up. Good play by O'Sullivan and good play by Butterfield. Sloppy played the ball, but Moses gets it out. Fairbank, number 11. Remember, there's 6 of them, all farmers' boys, all from round the Halifax area, these Fairbank boys. Goes on the blind side this time, Moses, but Warrington read it and shut it off, just 10 yards inside the Keighley half. So again, Keighley switching it wide here. But Keighley can't go anywhere. He's tackled, Neil Harmon and Sumner. Here's Moses. Moses a long pass. So, Bateman, but good play by Bateman. Julian Thompson there was well tackled by Alan Bateman. Last tackle as Dixon gets touched. Good kick by Dixon. Puts the play in a Warrington 25. So, the only consolation, it'll be Kevin Ellis's head and ball. So, we've had 10 minutes play here at Lockholm Lane and it's still no score. So, Warrington now just 5 yards in their own 25. Ellis gets it in and gets it out. Offside again, but the referee let it go. Dixon was well offside there from that scrum, but the referee let it go. Cullen decides to kick, but plenty of time for Keith Thompson, and Thompson dives on the loose ball. So Keighley back in possession now. Moses back inside to his centre, but he's not going anywhere. And he's brought to ground. Farrell tackled. So Warrington again now tackling. Here's this Moses again. Good pass. Palelli had a man on his inside, still going. Well, this Palelli is causing Warrington all kinds of problems. Every time he's had the ball, he's had storming runs, and I'm sure Brian Johnson will have something to say about it. Again, Gascoigne going back on the blind side. Gets it out. Fairbank to Thompson. Thompson's tackle though, Ellis did well. So, Keighley now still 10 yards out. Here's the scrum half. Priestley, almost over, just a yard short now, Keighley. Luckily the last tackle, so watch for Dixon here with it. No, on his back, so it'll be a scrum down. 10-yard scrum. Well, what a let-off for Warrington. Well, the big number 10, Ray Priestley, spotted a bit of a gap, but luckily for Warrington, they held him up over the line. So Warrington get the head and ball, 10 yards out. So Keighley, I think Tony Fisher will be well pleased with his first 15 minutes play. Desi Drummond, first touch. Still going, no Drummond. Gascoigne climbing all over him. But there's a Keighley player injured in that incident. Mercer now. Mercer's turn to go forward, but Palelli and Moses in with a tackle. Dwayne Mann, Gary Chambers, he goes forward. Tackle well though by Fairbank. So, again, Ellis has got Harmon's going. Good play by Bateman. Good tackle. Good play by James. Again, Ellis spotted a gap over there. Here's Rudd. This is better from Warrington. They've got Keighley stretched, but give Keighley credit, they're all back in line. Ellis has got Bateman again. Bateman, but unloads a pass. Kevin Ellis swoops it up, and James is there with a tackle. Last tackle, said the referee. Well, Alan Bateman's had 2 storming runs. He had Ellis with him, but he decided go on his own. But give this young lad, Julian Thompson, Tony James, an excellent tackle on Bateman when he had a clear run. So, Keighley, let off for Keighley. Here's Palelli again, but this time Warrington's got him in numbers, and that's the only way to tackle this big number 12. I've seen him before when he played for Featherstone, and he had a cracking game that afternoon as well. Big forwards coming forward, trying to get the upper hand, these Keighley forwards. That'll be Tony Fisher's message to him. Here's Moses, he's been involved. Long one outside to his winger, but he gets no change out of Desi Drummond, and Tony James is well tackled. So, Keighley just inside their own half. Gascoigne, but he's met up there. 3 Warrington tacklers. No way through, and the last tackle signals the referee, Mr. Gilmore. So, Here's the kick. Moses this time gets a good kick away. And again he finds touch. What a clever kick by this number 7. Saves his forwards a good 40 yards. And that'll be Tony Fisher's instructions. So, Warrington head and ball, 10 yards inside their own 25. And this Keighley team, they've not come here to be ragdolls today. They want to go in the draw for the 3rd round on Monday. And up to now, they're holding their own. Well, penalty goes Warrington. I think it goes against Keighley. No, Keighley get the loose arm, signals the referee. So Keighley get another penalty. Mo Dixon just does the right thing, just puts it into touch. So Warrington now, they've got all the tackling again to do here. As Priestley comes forward. Priestley gets it out. Bit of a gap there for Moses, but luckily for Warrington, Kevin Ellis spotted it. So Keighley again. I've got a feeling they're going to use this big Palelli here. And he's tackled just a yard short now for the Keighley pack. So Warrington got all the tackling to do here. Number 8 is along the line looking for Palelli, but he can't get his pass out and he has to die with it. Keighley still 10 yards out. So that Palelli had loved the ball in that situation. Misses him out. He's got his centre with him. Back into Moses and gives it Chris O'Sullivan. Thank you very much, says Chris O'Sullivan. He'll accept them all day. Neil Harmon now. He's tackled. Carlton Farrell downstairs. That's the way to bring these forwards down. Gary Mercer. Warrington will be looking for a big game for this centre come second row forward Mercer. International class. And the penalty goes Warrington's way. So that's 3-2 in the penalty count to Keighley. Referee reckons there was a knee in the tackle. So Warrington a chance to make some yardage here through David Lyon. And he finds touch just inside the Keighley half of the field. So Warrington now beginning to buzz a little bit in the last 5 minutes. Bateman really shining in the centre. Foster, if he sees a bit of daylight, you can turn the lights off, draw the curtains and go home, because no one will stop Foster. Mercer, slight forward pass it looked to me, but the referee lets it go. Dwayne Mann now acting half-back, goes on the blind side, switches back to Cullen. Cullen to David Lyon. David Lyon, no backing up, and a knock on. Well, David Lyon, he had only the full-back to beat. He tried to go round him, but the full-back Butterfield was up to him, and there was no support, so 6 points go begging. So, 10 yards inside the Keighley half, and it's Keighley head and ball. But I think Brian Johnson will be happy. Warrington seems to be getting in the stride in the last few minutes. And I'm sure if they get going, there's nothing for Keighley today. So, Keighley now, coming forward, if that spots a gap. Good play though by Bateman. Went inside and shut it right down when it looked like the Keighley centre was away. Is Eiley using these big forwards well, Keighley. Tony Fisher's told him, soften this Warrington pack up. They're not a big pack, but they might not be big. But I'll tell you something, they play for 80 minutes. So, still Keighley. Here's Moses, he's having a good game for them. Here's Palelli again. Still going Palelli, gets his pass out. Oh, Warrington's got to keep their eye on this big number 12. And here's the chance now. Fairbank switches it back and Moses will have to die with it, so it'll be a turnover. Bad mistake by Keighley. But this Moses, he's running the show at the moment. Number 7 for an offside. Couple of players offside, so maybe this is the first chance for points. David Lyon quite capable. Want to go again, and I wouldn't bet money against it. The next round, if we can win today, the next round's the important one. An home draw, and then Bob's your uncle. Anyone can win semi-finals. Anyway, let's take care of today's opponents, Keighley, before we go any further. So, David Lyon, 45 yards out, 10 in from the far touchline. Quite capable on his day. Fans getting on his back, but don't worry, Dave Lyon, that's his style. And it looks a beauty. But it's waved away, and Keighley get the possession from it. And Dixon does the wise thing, comes forward. So Keighley now inside their own 25. Everyone looking for a bit of work now, giving the forwards a breather. That's good play by the Keighley backs. And here's that little man Moses again. It's a good contest between Moses and Warrington's Kevin Ellis. Here's Big Priestley. Big Roy Priestley still going, big lad. But Gary Mercer's got his number. Here's the kick. Dixon gets it onto his right foot. But Desi Drummond there. And Desi now. Well, obstructions. That was a silly penalty by Warrington. And I think Brian Johnson will be unhappy with that. Oh no, I think the penalty. No, it's a penalty. Obstruction on the kicker. Well, I can't understand that. Drummond thought Warrington had got the penalty. I did at first, but obstruction on the kicker, and Brian Johnson will be very unhappy with that. There was no danger, and Gary, I think, is it Gary Mercer being pulled in for a lecture? It is. Well, so he'll get stern words from the referee, and you mark my words, he'll get stern words from Brian Johnson at half-time as well. He's let Keighley off the hook. So Dixon now looking to find touch in the Warrington half of the field. Good kick, good 30-yard kick. 10 yards in the Warrington half, and here's the Keighley forwards. Here he is again, playing well this front row forward for Keighley. Not frightened of working, and that's what they've got to do. They want to win this game. Every man's got to do his workload. And there's the Warrington, and no, Dwayne Mann pinches it. Daylight robbery. Touch judge on the field here, looks like a bit of an argy-bargy, and Mercer's involved again. Good play. And here's Bateman again. Keighley's got to watch this Bateman, because at the moment he's the danger man. He's had a couple of good breaks. Phil Sumner, Sumo they call him. Sumo. Cullen, Ellis, along the line. Here's Ruddy, Bateman again. And Desi, I think it's Mercer receiving attention here, no? Good play by Gary Chambers. But Desi Drummond's well shepherded, just inside the 25 of Keighley. Last tackle. Watch for the kick here now by O'Sullivan. Little grubber kick. No, a chancer. But well taken. Good play by Tony James. There was only one man getting that ball, and that was Tony James. Just kept his eye on it. So, Keighley now. And it's Dwayne Mann receiving attention, and it looks like we've got to get a sub ready. It doesn't look good. Dwayne Mann, though, he won't go off unless it's really necessary. Hard as nails, this lad Dwayne Mann. But the sub's warming up, and look who it is, Tony Burke. When you can have a sub like Tony Burke, quality of him in the bench. So, Warrington tackling well here, and it's a knock on the bell. The referee, I didn't think he had a clue then. I think he looked to the heavens for a bit of help, and he decided it was a knock on, and he's give Warrington head and ball. Well, if he's seen that, he's got a good pair of eyes, this lad has, because I didn't see it. So, just a yard inside the Keighley 25. We've got to get a bit of pressure now and points. That's what we've got to do. Good time to score right now. Cullen trying the blindside move, but young Moses read it well. Here's Dwayne Mann. What did I tell you? The only time he's going to go off is when that hooter sounds. So, Warrington now, just 12 yards out, looking for a score here. Ellis, along the line, O'Sullivan, Bateman again looking to get Ruddy going. Cullen, chance out wide here. But Lyon holds on when he had Desi Drummond outside. Still Warrington though, plays it to himself. O'Sullivan jinks one way, goes back. Looks like a score here for Dave Lyon, but he's just held up. Looking for another score. Remember, he got Warrington's first try at Rydale York last week when we were 1-0 down. Desi having a crack. Try! Well, that's how strong this lad is. He only looks about 10 stone, but mark my words, he takes some stopping. So, we've had 24 minutes gone, and the Warrington finally opened their account through Desi Drummond. Came from acting half-back. It looked no room, but like I say, Desi Drummond, strong as an ox. And it was only going one place, and that was over the white chalk. So, Warrington 4, Keighley 0. And Dwayne Mann, it looks like a bad mouth injury. And Dwayne wisely comes off. Looks, the doctor's there, and it looks like a few stitches. Well, you won't be eating any meat pies for a while, Dwayne, by the looks of your mouth, lad. So, Warrington now, substitute. Tony Burke comes on for Dwayne Mann. There's David Lyon now. Tees this one up. 25 yards out, 10 in from the far touch line. Trying to convert Desi Drummond's try. Well, I knew we had to score. We've had a lot of pressure and we've had a lot of breaks, and you've got to come away with something. And Desi Drummond, skipper on the day, he set the example and he went over the white chalk to put Warrington 4-0 in front. So Dave Lyon, ignoring the barracking, this is his way of kicking goals and no one's going to change it. This time it looks good, and as true as ever, like I say, it's worth waiting for. So Warrington go into a 6-0 lead. Desi Drummond try, converted by David Lyon. So, Warrington fans, good to see him back. He's been out of action for a long time. And he's got old Keighley offside again, so another penalty to Warrington. Well, I'd like to wish Tony Burke, I'm glad that he's back on the field of play, and I hope he doesn't have any more problems with injuries. And David Lyon going for goal again, why not? Gives his players a breather. It's hard to believe, Desi Drummond, that's only his 4th try of the season. I mean, Desi of old would have had about 34, but let's put it this way, when he scores them, they're vital, and they've won Warrington a few games this season. So, Lyo, 50 yards out, directly in front on the halfway line, trying to increase Warrington's lead. Difficult kick, this is the way he kicks goals. It reminds me of Colin Tyler, who used to play with Wigan. He used to take 10 minutes kick a goal. If he kicked 4 in a match, it was half a game gone. So, David Lyon now, trying to increase Warrington's lead here with a 50-yard penalty. Looks a good one again. And it's punished Keighley. That's the way to do it. What punishing kick. 50-yarder, absolute beauty. So, Warrington go into an 8-0 lead with a 26 minutes play. Fans like that one, and Dave Lyon likes it. Keighley fans getting on Warrington's backs, I don't know why. They've come here to play football. Here's Cullen, Paul Cullen. Remember Paul in his testimonial year this year. Here's Neil Harmon. Gets it out, good play, and an excellent pass by Ellis. A lot of people reckon Neil Harmon should be in the Great Britain front row, and I wouldn't argue with him. Tony Burke's first touch now. He won't thank anyone for that pass. O'Sullivan. Mercer spots a gap. There's Mercer. It's goodbye. Good play. Well held. Good football, Warrington. They've come alive, Warrington, in the last 5 minutes. Sparkling stuff. Good break by Gary Mercer. So Warrington again. Sullivan spots a gap, but shut down at the last minute. Last tackle. 15 yards out. Watch for the little kick by Ellis here. No, switches it. Chances out here if he unloads it. Little play. And Mercer picks up by James. Good play by Tony James. So, Keighley back in possession. So, Keighley now, it's their turn with the ball. They've got to get down the other end of the field, because I don't think they've got anyone in this team that can go the full length of the field. But I might be wrong. Like I say, this is only the 2nd time I've seen this Keighley team in 3 seasons, and it was my first commentating match in '89 when we beat them handsomely at Witherspool 56-7. But it's a different cup of tea today as Pelelli gets his centre going. He's got his winger, but he dies with the ball. Last tackle, says Mr. Gilmore. Dixon manages to escape a tackle, gets a good kick off. No, ball back, straight in, so it's a turnover. And Warrington now in a dangerous position, just about 10 yards out. Well, Keighley didn't need that. They seem to be panicking a little bit in the last few minutes. And another score for Warrington here, it could be curtains. Gary Chambers, he goes forward. Just 6 yards out now as Gary Mercer's held up. There's a gap over there. But O'Sullivan gets it out. Mercer goes back over there. He's looking to unload it. Gets a good pass to Drummond. Drummond trying to go round his winger and he's just held up, but stays in play. So, just a yard short and Warrington switching it. Good play by Ellis. O'Sullivan. Cullen. There's chances here. But a knock on. But it'll be 6 again. The slate's wiped clean by Mr. Gilmore. So Warrington's got 6 more tackles. Chrissy Rudd does the sensible thing while Warrington reorganise. So Cullen acting half-back. O'Sullivan. Gary Chambers. Chambers going forward. Good running. Just slided down at the last minute. Getting into the game now, Gary Chambers. O'Sullivan. Ellis outside him, but he holds it up. Still going. Chances. Tony Burke. Well, Tony Burke would like to get on the score sheet in his first game back, but it's not to be this time. So, Warrington now, still 10 yards out. Slowly ball, Ellis. Ellis now watching for a one pass here. That's the one. Bateman comes back inside. Unloads it back to Mercer. Mercer trying to straighten up. Foster. Foster trying to go through him, but there's no way through. Good tackling by Keighley. And especially number 8, Greg Keighley. So Warrington, last tackle. Watch the little grubber. Big up and under here. And Butterworth had better be up to it. And he is. And it's a 25 tap. Give the fullback credit there. He kept his eye on the ball and he took it. If he'd have took his eye off that for a second, he had 3 Warrington players breathing down his neck. So Moses restarts. Gives it inside. Big forward. But he's tackled Tony Burke. He'll do his tackling today. Moses. Misses out the hooker, gives it to Priestley. Having a good game, this big number 10. But they seem to be slowing a little now, Keighley. Blindside. Fairbank, good running again by him. But again, Warrington's there with a tackle in. Tony Burke again. He's looking to beat Paul Cullen's 54 tackles he got at York last week. Moses. Here's a chance here. Gascoigne gets a good pass out. Good play. But the good play again. But Kevin Ellis. Backwards. Well, Kevin Ellis, good play. Good cover tackle on the centre. Good run by Julian Thompson. But last tackle, said the referee. Watch for Dixon. No, holds on. Gascoigne. Palelli. Palelli again. And Warrington, no. Moses. Moses looking to unload it. O'Sullivan. Still Keighley though. It's like basketball. And he finds touch as well. No. David Lyon has to go back to retrieve it. So David Lyon now looking for a bit of space. Also dangerous if he gets going. Good play by David Lyon. Just one tackler too many or he'd have been away. So Warrington now. Neil Harmon, good play by Bateman. Tony Burke backing up as normally. Still going. Now it's Warrington forwards now. It's their turn. They're tiring this Keighley pack out. Mark Foster winded up. No, he's just changing his underwear. O'Sullivan, Mercer. Rudd, here's a chance. Drummond. Mercer goes in. Beautiful football. And Gary Mercer finishes it off. All started by Chrissy Rudd. Handed it on to Drummond. Drummond beat the winger. Come inside. Drew the fullback. And Gary Mercer said bye-bye. Under the stick. So, Warrington now going to a 12-0 lead with a conversion from David Lyon right in front. And I think the wind's been knocked out of this Keighley team. This extra pace you get in the first division, it's counting. And Keighley's starting to feel it. But what good football. Started deep in Warrington's half. Started 70 yards out. And there was Gary Mercer to finish it off. Keighley fans even clapping that. That's what they've come to see. Rugby league at its best. Don't matter who scores them. That's rugby league. And it's a good try. David Lyon now. 10 yards out. He could blow this one over, Dave. So, taking his time. Don't matter where they're from. He takes his time. Right in front. And it's right between. So, David Lyon increases Warrington's lead now. So, Warrington 14. Keighley nothing. And I think we've got 6 minutes to half time. So, Dixon to restart for Keighley now. They've got the backs to the wall now. As Neil Harmon, like I say, he should be in the Great Britain team, this lad. Playing in the second row today, but he should be in the front row of the Great Britain squad. Tony Burke, this lad will work all day. Welcome back, Tony Burke. Gary Chambers. He's coming to the team again, but good running. He's enjoying himself, Gary. Remember, he was injured last week. Now here's O'Sullivan. Again, chinking, but good play by Gascoigne. Good game, Cullen. Chances. And he had to die. He had two players outside him. Keighley seems to be crushing in now, caving in. Here's Cullen. Cullen inside. Chances. Foster's in. Foster goes in. Try number 3, Mark Foster in the corner, and Keighley starting to crumble. Well, after early 20 minutes, Keighley were holding Warrington to 0-0, but in the last few minutes, Warrington's speed and pace is beginning to tell, and Keighley, they're crumbling. Tony Fisher will have to give them some words at half-time. They've got to keep their heads up. Mark Foster getting applauded. It wasn't Wembley, here we come again, I reckon. Only this time, we're coming back winners. So, David Lyon trying to convert Mark Foster's try. Taking his time, you can scream all day long. David ignore, he cuts it all off, and that's the way to be. His concentration, 100%. Beauty! No, falls just short. So, Warrington go into an 18-0 lead, and I make it. We've got about 4 minutes to half-time. So, the fans getting on the backs of the Keighley players. There's no need for that. I mean, the pace between first and second division rugby is a mile long, and people who's barracking them, they don't know. They've never played the game. These players are doing the best in the green shirts for Keighley, and you can't knock them for that. Neil Harmon, he comes forward. Tackle by Kevin Rose, substitute, came on earlier for Keighley. Tony Burke. Roy Priestley off the park, replaced by Kevin Rose. Again, good play by Cullen, and he had Foster inside him. He's lost it though, and Mark Foster did the wise thing. If he'd have picked that ball up, he was in an offside position. So, Keighley now. Here's Palele. He was enjoying himself 10 minutes ago, but I don't think he is now. Got a lot to do now, Keighley, but they've got to keep playing, keep their heads up. Moses along the line, Gascoigne to Dixon. Dixon makes a break. Good play, good half-backs. These half-backs, you can't knock them, Dixon and Moses. Here's Moses now, he has a go on the blind side, gets it out. But the tackling holds up. Now, last tackle, said the referee, just inside the Warrington half. Where's Dixon? Here's Dixon. This time he don't kick, and he gives it away. And Warrington will have to turn over. Well, they surely got to realise the sixth tackle is just making the sell hard work. Here's Mercer again, Drummond. This time the tackling's well there. Julian Thompson with a tackle. Here's Warrington again, Gary Chambers. But good tackling, he unloads it. Chances out here again. Here's the gaps, but knocked down. So it'll be a scrum down. Well, the gaps are appearing now. I mean, if that ball had gone sweetly along the line, who was to say there'd have been another try there? And the cracks are showing now in this Keighley defence. So Kevin Ellis, 10 yards inside the Keighley half, gets it in and gets it out. O'Sullivan, Bateman, Rudd now coming up on full steam, misses him out. David Lyon, Drummond. But the final pass was forward, Desi knew it, and the referee was right in line. Correct decision, but good football, intentions were good, and so Keighley get let off again. Dwayne Mann, glad to say he's back in the dugout. Bit of a sore mouth, and that's an understatement, but he's not too bad, and I'm glad to say he's on the bench. And Warrington can get this. Well, Kevin Ellis, it was like a wizard round that scrum. Harmon, offside. 2 Keighley players offside. Gascoigne one of them, and so a penalty. David Lyon will go for goal. He knows, only a minute to half time. So trying to increase the lead. But Kevin Ellis, the ball come out on the Keighley side. Jackie Edwards, Alec Murphy, Parry Gordon, Willie Aspinall, Kevin Ellis. We've had some crackers. So Dave Lyon now, 10 yards in from the far touchline, about 25 yards out. Can he put another 2 points on the board? Because I reckon the Hooter's going to go as soon as we get this off. There we go. But this time they wave it away. So Warrington will go in at half time. 18-0 in front. So Warrington make the second substitution. Number 14, Tony Farnley. And I think he'll be coming on. And it looks like Desi Drummond's having a breather. Desi Drummond. No, Desi's on. Desi's in the corner. David Lyon's there. It's O'Sullivan, Ellis, Chrissy Rudd. I think Chrissy Rudd might be the one who's gone off the park. No, Chrissy Rudd's there too. So, it's Alan Bateman who's gone off. Finally got it. I went through the whole team before I got it. So, second half underway. Remember, Warrington 18, Keighley nothing, as this second round of the Challenge Cup starts going up again. Tony Farnley, he'd want to get on the score sheet this afternoon. But Keighley, they've come out, they've got a bit of a earache off Tony Fisher, I suppose, and he wants them to just play the game. And they started the first half. But O'Sullivan, good kick, finds no one out there. Butterfield, the fullback, has to go across. Picks it up and gives it to his winger. Thompson, big lad this lad, Julian Thompson. He looks like a big Zulu, but he's tackled. Tony Farnley gets in his first tackle. Out on the far side, good running by that lad. And he loses it. And the referee spotted it. Well, I'm glad he didn't give a penalty, because some referees, they don't see what goes on in them incidents and they just blow a penalty. But the referee wisely gives a knock on, and it's Warrington's head and ball. 20 just outside the Keighley 25. So Kevin Ellis enjoying himself again now. Kevin telling me his mother was made up when he got in the Great Britain squad, and it goes against the head. Well, so that's one apiece. Fairbank gets it out. Good play by Fairbank into the hooker. Mayan Kelly. I'd like to assure of the pools as this lad being Irish, this number 9 for Keighley. Oh, well pulled down. That's Neil Harmon's power, that. Here we come again. Here's Gascoigne looking to spot the gap and get this winger going. But he won't get any change out of Desi Drummond. Desi's been a long turn. Well, that is ridiculous. Bad decision. The referee had not shouted hell there. I mean, that's one of my quarrels with rugby league. The referees let it keep going and going, and then they blow up and give a penalty. So Keighley got a break there. Well, at least I'm sure they'd like to score a try if it's just for the supporters. Here's the big number 15, Kev Rose, but again, no way through. Mercer in with a tackle, so Kelly outside, number 8. This lad's had a good game, Greg Keighley. He's done a lot of work, he's took the ball up well. Here's that Moses again. Gascoigne looking for a spot, but no way through. Still 10 yards inside the Warrington half. Here's the hooker, Kelly. Old Iron Kelly, he's brought down. Still though, Keighley in possession, 2 tackles to go. But bad mistake by Moses. And it's a knock-on. The lad just took his eye off the ball, concentration went for a second, and that's what happens. So Warrington now, head and ball, midway between their own 25 and halfway. But let's go back to that incident here on the touchline when Neil Harmon took the ball in the tackle, and again against the head. Well, and a knock-on. And now Warrington. Well, it was a knock-on. Warrington got no advantage from it, but the referees let it go. And it's this big lad, he is a big boy, and he loses it. Backwards, said the referee. Here's Kelly, he's getting involved now. Well, this big number 5, he is a big lad. He looks like Bob Marley. Here's Aaron Palelli, but he's brought down, no way through. Warrington's got his number now. They know he can't go without his legs. Well, good pass to Rose, but an equally good tackle by Gary Chambers. Moses spots go on his own, but I'm afraid he wasted a tackle there. Been better fanning it out wide. Moses, little clever kick. No penalty. Referee has said offside. Well, that's 2 decisions in the last minute. And Warrington get a let off. To me, it looked a perfectly good try. Well, Tony James, he won't be happy with that. But the referee reckoned that he was in front of the kicker, and that's the rule. So, David Lyon finds touch. Well, that's what the Keighley fans want to see. Scrum down. Never played it proper now, says the referee. Well, he must have his own rule book in the last few minutes. And Keighley get the head and ball. Or maybe he's just making up for that try. Moses, Dixon, Butterfield. Warrington read it well, though. Still Keighley, though. Just 15 yards from the Warrington line. He's fanning it wide. Here's Gascoigne. Foss Farley. He'll be goodbye. No one will catch this lad. Goodbye, Vienna. Good night, and close the curtains. It's only Farley. He swoops on that bad pass by Keighley, like their food to him, like a vulture. And he went, shut the curtains, turn off the light, put the baby in bed, and let's all go home. Well, it's only Farley. He's only been on the field for 7 minutes, and there was no one going to catch that lad. He was going over that white chalk, and he's gone as near to the sticks as possible to make David Lyon's job easier. So, we've only been playing for 10 minutes in the second half, and Tony Farley, who come on for Alan Bateman, he swooped on that. That was mine, he said, and off he went. Give credit. The big Julian Thompson, the big Zulu, he give chase, but there was never any danger of catching him. Tony Farley, that's his bread and butter. So, 11 minutes into the second half, and David Lyon now. Tony Farley's made his job easier. Almost in front of the sticks. He should throw this one over Dave. There we go. So, Warrington increased the lead to 24-0. But I think Keighley, they were a little bit unlucky earlier when this James went in the corner. But the referee, he said offside, and that's the end of it. So Keighley Dixon restarts. Kevin Ellis, he plucks them like cherries. No wonder he'll be going in that Great Britain team. The lad's a wizard, and he plays for 80 minutes. Neil Harmon's still running strong. Another candidate for the Great Britain squad for my money. Phil Sumner, Gary Chambers, he only knows one way to go, and that's forward. Well, look at that. Can you believe that? A prop forward backing up a prop forward, and Tony Farley went like a magic. Ellis, God dummy. Ruddy's still going. Ruddy. Desi Drummond in for his second try, courtesy of Chris Rudd, and the walls are falling down now on Keighley. That's good football, all started by Kevin Ellis. So the beautiful dummy fed it to Chris Rudd. Chris Rudd's pace took him on the outside, and there was Desi Drummond inside, and he still had something to do, and he went back to front over the line. Second try for Desi, 5th of the season. So Keighley now, they're wondering what's hit them. They're shell-shocked. All started on the halfway line. Kevin Ellis, brilliant dummy. Chrissy Rudd, that's the pace of this first division. Went on the outside, drew the full-back. Perfect pass into Desi, although James nearly got to grips with it. But Desi had it. He even went over back to front. Thanks a lot, said Desi, that'll do. So, 28, and the goal kick to come. I know they're keeping me working here on this score sheet. I've got writer's cramp. So, David Lyon, 10 yards in from this near touchline, out 25 yards out. Can he increase Warrington's lead? Can he put the 30 on the board? Good one. Good one. There we go. That's what hurts when you get a try in the corner and then the goal kicker converts it. It hurts. Looks like Gary Chambers is carrying a leg injury now. It's just a shame lately. Gary's getting more injuries than anyone. As soon as he comes back, he takes another knock. So, wrong kick. And Mercer. Well, referee judged a knock on. And it'll be Keighley's head and ball. Well, finally gets scrum, it wheels round, but Keighley come away and it's a penalty. Kevin Ellis adjudged offside at the scrum, and correctly so. As young Moses was digging in there, as the scrum had collapsed, Ellis was on his back. So, Keighley now, they got to give the fans a try. The fans will be happy, I'm sure, if they can run a couple of tries in. So, Keighley now, Fairbank, but no way through. Warrington's tackling, as Brian Johnson says, that big note he's got in the Warrington dressing room, defences win games, and that's correct. An alien interception there. Moses did very well there to just slip it to Palelli, because there was a Warrington player sniffing. Gascoigne. But again, good pass out. And he's not going in, is he? No. Well, all he had to do was fall over the line, and David Lyon held him up. Gascoigne, but Palelli and Warrington pick it up. Kevin Ellis. Foster. Still going. Well, he was not tackled. The player wasn't holding him. Bad decision, referee. That he was on his knees, sure, but the player wasn't holding him. Tried to set the winger on for pace on the outside, but Thompson did well, but the man was definitely not tackled. Keighley now in possession, along the line. Chances. Now there's a chance. And a knock on. Well, took his eye off the ball. No wonder he took his eye off the ball. Do you know why? Look who's opposite him. Desi Drummond. And when he hits you hard. So, overlap was there, but unfortunate for Keighley, Tony James can hold the pass. So it'll be Ellis to feed. And again he gets offside, but the referee lets it go. So, Warrington now. Just inside their own half. The touch judge watching this one. Tony Burke. That was brilliant, Tony Burke play earlier when he backed up Gary Chambers. So Warrington looking for another try. They've already got 5. It's only falling up this time. No, and he's going faster backwards than they're forward. Just inside the Keighley half. Look at Phil Sumner. Give me a go, he said. He goes forward. He's tackled midway between the halfway and 25. Mercer. Oh, good tackle in. Nothing wrong with that. I know the Warrington contingent booed, but there was nothing wrong. O'Sullivan. Long one. Well, again, referee slow. It was forward, but he was slow getting his whistle to his mouth. So, Keighley head and ball. Keighley now. Moses, though, well tackled. Neil Harmon. Kelly, bit of a mix-up there between him and his big prop forward. Rose. Moses, Dixon, along the line here. Trying to get him going, good play. But just not got the pace, but good backing up by Keighley. Here's Moses again, along the line. Dixon, along that Palelli. Palelli, though, instead of unloading it, goes down with it. It'd have been better letting it go. So, halfway line, Keighley in possession. Moses, no. Here's Dixon, big kick. But Desi Drummond will eat that. Let's have an 80-yarder from Des. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle by number 3, Carlton. Number 4 it was, Jason Donnelly. David Lyons sensibly comes from acting half-back, lets his forwards regroup. Ellis, Tony Burke, he'll play all day, Tony Burke. Yorkshire lad, loves Yorkshire. Yorkshire through and through. Phil Sumner, O'Sullivan, Cullen looking for him, but O'Sullivan still going. Cheeky little fella, this O'Sullivan. He doesn't see, when you watch the game, he doesn't seem to do much, but you watch it on video. That lad's got brains. Gary Chambers, good play by Chambers. Keighley finding it hard to bring him down, this Great Britain under 21 forward. Cullen, long one, well held by Kevin Ellis. There's a bit of a gap, but Pelelli closed it down, and it's a turnover. Dixon gets on with it. Kelly unloads it, chances, good play. And if he'd have passed that, he'd have been penalised, so he did the wisest thing, and another penalty goes Keighley's way. Referees, they're cleaning up on this, play the ball, not letting them up, and Keighley get it off. Starts straight away now, here's the chance, Rose, but comes back inside, he should have let the ball do the work. You can't get through this Warrington defence that way, lad. Here's Pelelli, trying to unload it, but it's shut down. Phil Sumner downstairs, Mercer up. Kevin Ellis directing, he wants some players over on that far side. Dixon! Good try for Keighley. That was a good try. Dixon spotted the gap and went over. At last the Keighley supporters have something to clap about. And Dixon, he spotted that gap and he went for it. A good try. So, left himself with a reasonably easy kick at goal. At least the fans have seen a Keighley try. So, Dixon now shaping up to convert his own try. Okay, 16 minutes second half, and Dixon converts his own try. So, substitution being made again now. Number 2, Tony James comes off, and number 10, Roy Priestley will come on. And I don't think he'll be playing on the wing, Roy Priestley. He's a big lad. I bet he can do 100-yard dash in 5 minutes, Roy Priestley. But he'll be going in pack. So, O'Sullivan slow to come back. Keighley now, 6, Warrington 30, and that's what the fans wanted to see. And it was a smartly taken try by Dixon. So, O'Sullivan restarts. It's Keighley 6, Warrington 30, and a long one. The try scorer picks it up, and he gives it to Pelelli. Big run, put down this time on the 25. Now, Keighley again attacking. Fairbank. But he's tackled. So, I think Brian Johnson will be happy. Go on. But Priest, this is the lad who just come back on, and Warrington shut it down. If the pass had gone out, it'd have been another try to Warrington, because there was an interception there. Dixon gets a kick off, gets it between Lyon and Foster. That's good positional kicking, and Foster picks it up. So, Foster, he's got Lyon with him, decides he don't need him. And he's tackled. Good tackle by Moses. Had a good game, this young Moses. Still going, Ellis. He's crawling 10 yards. So, still in the Warrington half. Warrington now coming away with it. Gary Chambers, he'll get into the... Good running again. Carrying him with him. Just look at his strength. Big Cumbrian. Does a lot of Cumbrian wrestling, Gary. That's why he's so strong. He'll carry there, prop forward 100 yards. Neil Harmon. Good play, but good tackling. Number 4, Jason Donnelly, saved a certain try. Copy book tackle. So, Warrington now fanning it to the other side. Ellis, little kick, but it looks a bit too near Butterworth. And good play by Butterworth. Just too near the full-back for O'Sullivan. So, Moses gets it out. He has to come forward now. No one else tackled it. That looks a partly sparing. I don't like seeing that in rugby league. Moses. Out to the big forward. He's just come back on, this number 10, Priestley. So, still in the Keighley 25, finding it hard now to come forward. Good pass. Dixon unloads it. They've got the numbers. Chances. Ellis. Conley. Good play. Good play by Keighley. Good play. Good cover tackle by Chrissy Rudd. But that was good football. Moses, but Tony Burke flattened him. So, last tackle, said the referee. Is a knock on. Turnover. Last tackle, so Warrington get it back. Andy Gascoigne not happy. But I'll tell you what, you've got to give this Keighley team credit. That was good football. Started in their own 25 and finished up in Warrington's 25. And it was only an excellent cover tackle by Chrissy Rudd that stopped the Jason Donnelly scoring. Good 60-yard run, but Chrissy Rudd come from nowhere and tackled his opposite number, Jason Donnelly. So, scrum down on the halfway line. Moses to feed. Moses to get... Oh, Gascoigne gets it out, comes out the blind side, but Paul Cullen was out quickly too and shut that one down before it started. Moses. There's Palelli. No, Palelli's missed out. Dixon, bad pass, but takes it well. A knock on. Knock on. Well, these passes, what Keighley did call suicide passes. And if it had come off, they're all right. But you can't do passes like that when Warrington's got backs as fast as Foster and Farnley and Rudd and Drummond, because they'll just pick them up and they'll air to the try line. Touch judge getting them onside, and I should think so. Dixon's offside, the one with the scrum cap's offside. David Lyon. Lyon's off. Oh, Desi being pulled back there by Palelli, was trying to get in a good position, wanted an hat-trick. Gary Chambers, he'll have to go on his own. Makes it to the Keighley 25. So Warrington now looking for a sixth try. O'Sullivan, long pass. Ellis coming back on this far side. Unloads the back door. Tony Burke running like a centre. Good play by Tony Burke. So Warrington still in possession though. Outside the Keighley 25. Drummond. Oh, and again the pass goes to ground. So Keighley get the ball back. Knock on, said the referee. Well, it looked like Warrington were going to go in. David Lyon, he went through the gap. He had Desi Drummond trying to get on his inside, but Aaron Palelli professionally pulling him back. The referee didn't see it, and the try went to begging. So, Keighley head and ball. Well, another penalty. Well, the penalty count, Keighley can't complain about that. I reckon it's about 2-1. So, Mr. Gilmore giving Keighley lots of penalties, and Dixon's taking advantage of them. Finds touch, 10 yards short of the halfway line. So, Keighley, big forward, Priestley, unloads it, good play. Unloading the ball, backwards pass to Gascoigne. Gascoigne still going, but he had O'Sullivan in between the man. So Keighley still looking for another try. Good play by and well tackled. O'Sullivan went for the dummy and the gap appeared. So Rose now getting up to play the ball. Moses along the line again, they're playing good football. Knock on, 6 again, said the referee. Well, he's doing Keighley a few favours in the last 10 minutes. Here's the big centre, Farrell. But no way through, still in the Keighley half of the field. So Keighley now looking to get another try. Here's Fairbank, no way through, he loses a yard as Cullen does the tackle. Moses switching it inside, but the move fell apart as Palelli now trying to go round one man. But man and ball, still inside the Keighley half. Keighley's forwards finding it hard to go forward. Moses, this lad, no, Gascoigne. These two lads, 13 and 7, they're having a cracking game. And just knock on. Well, it's that number 7 again. They're starting work in a team. It's like a triangle. There's Gascoigne at loose forward, there's Moses at scrum half, and there's Dixon at standoff. And these three's beginning to spot gaps now in the Warrington defence. And it was only an ankle tap at the last minute that stopped Moses' surge to the line. Ellis, Chambers, He'll take the ball up, he'll try to get the gap. Look at this lad, big Cumbrian. Play all day, Gary Chambers. I'm sure Tony Fisher would like someone of his calibre in his front row. Switches inside Neil Harmon, but again, Keighley read the move well. And Priestley, along with Kelly, shut it down. Fanning it out now wide. Mercer, chances. But again, good tackling. Chrissy Rudd not allowed any room. Mercer trying to spot a gap. Good pass, not backwards. Brilliantly picked up. Play on. Knock on. So, Sullivan unlucky. That was what you call a goalkeeping save. I better tell you now, Bruce Grobbelaar had better watch his job. Butterworth did very well, but unfortunately got hurt in the incident. Nothing malicious. Just bravely went down on the ball, and Cullen came in. Just a bit winded, I hope, but brave play by the Keighley fullback, Butterfield. Saved a certain 4 points. Bruce Grobbelaar would have been proud of that. He dove to his left and stopped it one-handed. So, Warrington now in the Keighley 25, Eden Ball. Seems to have gone to sleep a little, Warrington, in the last 10 minutes. But I'm sure a couple of tries will wake us up. So, penalty goes Warrington's way. Well, that's the first one for a long time, as I say. And Cullen trying to get a quick one, and that's a wise one. Here's the chances, Harmon. I think he'd rather be in the front row, Neil, but he's not had a bad game. Looking for the sixth try, and there's chances. Ellis still going, but good tackling. Keighley bring him down, just 5 yards short of the line now. Fan it wide now, and it'll be another one. Again, Mercer's tackle, inches away now. Warrington now be better playing football, never mind greedy trying to get the try. Let it be team play. Ellis again, and he's lost it. Backwards, and Warrington dive on the loose ball. The referee's seen something I didn't see. He's got a good opticians, this referee, I'll tell you, because I didn't spot that. And it'll be head and ball to Keighley. We're in the last 15 minutes now. Keighley 6, Warrington 30, and Keighley's definitely come into this game in the last 10 minutes. Warrington kind of having 30 winks. And Jason Donnelly now, he's getting involved in the game. He had a very quiet first half, this number 4. Rose, but there's no way through for him. He meets number 12, Neil Harmon. When you meet Neil Harmon, you're only going one place, and that's on the deck. Another sloppy pass, and Butterfield again has to retrieve it. They lose 15 yards there. Well, put Keighley under all kinds of pressure there, and Butterfield won't be grateful for whoever passed it. Palelli. Warrington, though, not giving him any room, get him round the legs and he won't go anywhere. Kelly, he sensibly goes that in half back. Wise move by this Irish hooker. Well, I'm surmising he's Irish with a name like Aidan Kelly. He's definitely not Czechoslovakian. And a long kick downfield. Chrissy Rudd, good play, but David Lyon, that was exceptional, I'll say. And when you say Stevie Hampson's in the Great Britain team, how does it work? Here's Rudd. Well, Keighley got let off there because he's gone on the wing, Chrissy Rudd. He's carrying a leg injury. I'm afraid if he'd have been fit, he'd have been scorching in for a 50-yarder. But like I say, carrying a knock on his leg. Ellis, O'Sullivan's got Chambers misses him out to Mercer to Varnley, but again the tackling holes, but Warrington get rid of it. Foster looking to go forward, he had Mercer outside, but the Keighley cover was there. Keighley's tackling's improved no end in the last 10 minutes. In fact, their whole general play's improved. Here's Gary Chambers, just spots the gap, but unloads it. Good play. Now the spaces. Ellis, Mercer. Now Ruddy's got to try and get Drummond. Drummond's going forward. Inside, and Kevin Ellis. He thrives on them. Bread and butter. And again, Desi Drummond. He's not greedy. He's scored enough tries in his career. And he give it to the fullback. There was Kevin Ellis. And it's bye-bye. Well, Kevin Ellis is getting a regular on the Warrington score sheet. And he loves scoring tries, Kevin. Well, Desi Drummond maybe could have scored himself, but the Desi of old knew he's not selfish, he's captain, it's a team game, and Desi likes seeing the young players round him go in for tries, and that's what he's just done with Kevin Ellis. Kevin Ellis had better buy him a pint after the match, because that try had Des Drummond's name all over it. So, David Lyon again, simple kick right in front, increase Warrington's lead. Keighley 6, Warrington 34, and it'll be 36 if Dave puts this one over. So I make it 10 minutes to go. So David Lyon still doesn't rush, takes his time, unflappable, concentration 100% all the time with this lad. And now Steve Hampson gets the #1 shirt in the GB team, and Dave's playing like he is. We must have a word with Maurice Lindsay. So it's Warrington now. It's Dixon again, coming back to restart. He must be fed up of seeing this centre spot. And the score, very similar to the last time Keighley played here, when they beat Runcorn in the first round. Only this time the score goes against them. There's Ellis, showing he's got soccer styles as well. Cullen, Paul only knows one way to go, and he goes down. He gives a lot of punches, Paul, but let's be fair, he takes a lot as well, and that's what the game's all about. If you dish it out, expect to take it, and I'll give Paul Cullen 100%. He does just that. Look at Phil Sumner now running like a standoff. Let me have a go, he says. The Warrington front rows played well, remember. Dwayne Mann went off after 15 minutes. There's another one, and look who's there. What a brilliant pick-up and a pass. Well, that was brilliant. Gary Chambers. No wonder he's in the GB under-21s. He picked that ball up on the run. Here's Ellis again, look. Here's Desi. He's going now, Desi. Bye-bye. There's Desi's hat-trick. And who give it him? Kevin Ellis. So, tit for tat. Warrington get the 40 points like I forecast. Well, just 2 minutes earlier, Desi Drummond made a try for Kevin Ellis. And it was roles reversed. This time Kevin Ellis made one for Desi, and it's an hat-trick. You can take the ball home with you tonight, Desi, and put it in your bar, the rope and anchor. So, Warrington 40, Keighley 6, as we're in the final stages now of this second round cup tie. But take nothing away from Keighley. In the last 15 minutes, all right, they've just succumbed to 2 quick tries. But in 10 minutes ago, you wouldn't think they were behind 30 points to 6. They were playing well. They were running well with the ball. They were tackling well. And that's what this game's all about. So, David Lyon, another easy conversion. He can thank all his team today because they've made it easy for him, right in front of the H. You must side. So David Lyon, no problem with that. So Warrington 42, Keighley 6. Well, Tony Fisher, let's be fair, he can't say it to his lads. He knows, he's played rugby. There's a mild difference first and second, and for my money, all right, Keighley's got beat. They've come on the park and they've given it 100%, and you can't do any more than that. And anyone who knocks them, they don't know anything about rugby league. So, Warrington in their own 25 now. 7 tries they've scored, 7 goals by Dave Lyon, and out of them 7 tries, a Desi Drummond hat-trick. He's scored as many today as he's scored all season. Here's Mercer. Running strong, Gary Mercer. There's a few Keighley fans heckling him, but I'll tell you what, I bet they wish they had him in their team. Here's O'Sullivan, the engineer. The little engineer's Gary Chambers again. He's having a cracking game. I'll be honest, if I was to give a man of the match, I'd give it to that lad there. Number 8, Gary Chambers. It's David Lyon. David Lyon linking up. So, well, it's only Thornley was clattered off the ball that ever he didn't want to know. So, Keighley looking for a second score, and that's a good tackle by Paul Cullen. 54 tackles he got last week, and when you think about it, that's unbelievable. Well held by Gascoigne, but he can't get round the cover, and it's that man, look, Chambers again. Give him the cigarettes, give him the 50 quid. That man's got to be man of the match. He's It's Butterfield, back up after his knock earlier, still playing his part. There's Gascoigne, run around, good play, good ball into Eiley, and he unloads it, but Warrington ready, O'Sullivan was there. So Warrington now got a tackle, big kick, David Lyon underneath it. All the time in the world, and that's his meals, he eats them for brekkie. But the tackling holds up. So Warrington now sensibly just coming slowly away. They don't want any injuries. They're in the third round on Monday night. And it's got it back. Well, that was a bit of a mix-up. And I'll bet you it's Gary Chambers under that lot with that ball. It is. Number 8 again. Gary Chambers everywhere. He's had a cracking game. If he don't get man of the match, then I don't know. So Keighley, though, still playing to the end. Well, ridiculous, feeding. They'll be penalising teams week in, week out. Everyone does it. So, in the dying minutes, mate, we've got about 4 minutes, and he penalises young Moses for feeding. So, David Lyon accepts the penalty, puts playing at Keighley half. They'll want another try. Maybe they're not happy with 7. So, referee lets it go, and there's the long pass. Chances, Rudds away. And Keighley pick it up, and he knocks on. Well, all the time in the world, but he couldn't. Big forward, remember, the crowd are saying something. It's hard to bend your back when you've been out there for nearly an hour and a half, and the lad knocked on. So Warrington head and ball. Penalty goes Keighley's way again. Des Drummond takes the man of the ward. Well, I won't argue. I'd have give it Gary Chambers, but give Desi his due. He's had a good game. He's running as many tries today as he has all season, and he'll be pleased with that. So Keighley looking to get another try. It's just a consolation. 3 minutes to go. All over by the shouting. Good night, Eileen. Moses, that's one lad who's not stopped trying. Number 7, Moses. And there he is. But again, the cover tackling. Just that yard of pace too short. Keighley, they've got the ideas. So Moses gets up. Kelly, Gascoigne, long pass. But Dixon looking for his second try, gives it back inside to Eiley, and he's going down. Well, bad pass by Gascoigne on this occasion. So, still Keighley though, and here's Kelly, sensible play. Good play by Kelly from acting half back, no one backing him up. So, Keighley 10 yards out. Gascoigne, Butterfield, but again, tackle well. Just last tackle, said the referee. So, what will Keighley do here? Well, he's gone in for the second try. Well, the fans like that. And it looked like number 3, Carlton Farrell, went in for Keighley's second. The 9th for the game, but it's a bit late in the day for that now. But at least the fans, they've had 2 tries, and I'll tell you something for nothing. Warrington's defence is renowned. Dixon attempting to convert the try by Farrell. Difficult kick, 25 yards out, 5 in from the touchline. No, brings it in front of the face of the sticks. So, I make put a team to be reckoned with, and you've only got to ask Widnes and Wigan that. So, this O'Sullivan now to restart. Long one downfield, that's the usual thing in rugby league. And Pelele, looking a bit worse for wear now, Pelele. He was running the show in the first 15 minutes, but the pace of this game and the fitness has got to him, and he's a bit slower now than what he was earlier on. There's the try scorer, Farrell. He's looking for a second bite of the cherry, and he's still going. But tackle just outside the Keighley 25. So Keighley looking for a third try. I'll give them due, they've not give up. Moses, Gascoigne inside to Priestley, but shut down well by Warrington. Still going though. Gascoigne, oh, but he still unloads it. And Warrington, it goes sensibly into Cullen's hands. So, knock on. Well, and that was a correct decision. Cullen knocked on. The referee didn't see it. He took the note from his linesman, and that is correct. So the Warrington fans, they shouldn't be heckling. Paul Cullen knocked it on, attempting to pick it up, and the touch judge gave that, not the referee. So Moses now coming round. He's confused me this afternoon, this Moses. At half-time, he's stuck some red tape round his head, and I'm getting mixed up with him and Dixon now, because they both got it. Here's Dixon now with the ball. Butterfield comes back inside. Well, this lad, he had a good game. I remember him when he come Warrington that day. Played in the team that day, but I think he played on the wing on that day. Here's Rose, substitute, remember. So he's tackled. And there it is. There's the half-time hooter that brings this second round of the Challenge Cup game to an end with a final score. Keighley 10, Warrington 42. I'll just run through the try scorers for Warrington. As you know, there was 7 tries. Desi Drummond 3. Gary Mercer got 1. Foster got 1. Farnley got 1. And Kevin Ellis got 1. We had 7 goals from David Lyon. For Keighley, we had a try by Dixon and a try by Farrell, and 1 conversion by Dixon. So, Alan Ellison, your commentator, leaving you from Lockholm Lane with a final score. Keighley 10, Warrington 42. Fans giving both teams a standing ovation, and that's glad to see. Keighley and Warrington fans alike. You can only do your best. Keighley's done it, and it just wasn't good enough on the day. Well, you've got to remember, this Warrington team were at Wembley last year. They're no Runcorn, and for my money, we're going again. So, Keighley 10, Warrington 42. Penalty to Warrington. Roach is throwing his arm, saying, what you on about, man? Do me a favour, he's saying. Penalty to Warrington, they must tap. Roskell to Bishop, Bishop to Woods, Woods back to Bishop, to McGinty. McGinty goes forward. Williamson goes in for his second try. Nice play there. McGinty made that try. Nice break. Throws it to Williamson. The referee not happy about something. Referee having a quiet word with Steve Roach there. I don't think he's just having a laugh. He's saying it's been a tough afternoon. It's all rugby league, Mr. Haig saying, Mr. Roach, as he walks back to the halfway line. And Woods to take the conversion. The wind blows it left, and that's a 56-7. Within the 9 minutes, that's it. Anyway, that's it. We'll leave you now from Witherspoon with a final score of Warrington 56, Keighley 7.